If you allow people to determine your direction in this point in time where you at in life, you may be lost forever. God let us know that idols are a sin. Did you not know that when you're trying to people please, you're making people an idol because you're placing them over God? When God called us to do things and we say, I can't do that, or how people may look at us, or you trying to please people because the very path that God have you on is very odd, and you wondering how people may feel about it, you may want to check yourself because maybe you're making them an idol. And I'm not speaking from a place of pointing fingers because I know how that is firsthand. See, I was always the oddball out. I always had different paths in my life, whether that be the jobs, whether that be the opportunities. And it makes you feel very unwanted when you always have been the one that's pointed out. You're always different. You're always, you can't fit in. That was my life and still is my life. I don't fit in with everybody. I'm the oddball out. Everybody may go here or there, but yet everybody look at me strange because I never did what they did. I never been interested in clubs. I never been interested in these type of things that you should be interested in. So I'm not coming from a place of pointing fingers. When I say this, I'm coming from a place because I truly know how it feels. And I've had to look at my own situation and say, regardless of whether I go alone, regardless if I am alone, regardless if I'm the oddball out, God, I trust you. And I will follow the plans that you have for my life, even when I don't understand. Because a lot of times I don't understand. And that can be heavy in itself because no one truly wants to feel like they're alone. No one truly wants to feel like they're an oddball out. But when you of Christ and you try to live and strive to do better, you're brought with a price. We're in this world, but we're not of the world. Meaning, when people see your life, they should see different. They shouldn't feel like you're like them. And that's easier said than done because when you're younger, the only thing you want to do is fit in. You want to be like everybody else. But when you're brought with a price, when you're called to be different, it's best to be different. You never know what somebody else is going through. Maybe the very thing that they need is you and your light. The Christ that's in you. They need that. The world needs that. And too many times we're trying to pretend to be someone else when we know we're not that. And it took me until to get in my older age to realize that. You brought with a price. You can't do what everybody else doing. There's a lot of times where you see someone else doing it and you try to copy and mimic them and you get whooped by God. While you feel like, well, I got whooped by God, but they're still doing it. Well, they don't know better. And you do. And you're going to get whooped for it. God protect us in so many ways that we don't even know and understand sometimes the danger we could be in. When we try to go the ways of the world, when we know better. God is calling his people to be different. He calling his people to be a light in the midst of darkness. Not doing what everybody else doing. It's okay if you're different. It's okay if you're not like. There's a lot of times where I walked into places and people didn't like me. Not because of anything I did. Not because of anything I said. I guarantee you people feel the spirit on you. That could be the very reason why people don't like you sometimes. And here you are constantly trying to trick yourself to fit in rooms. Have you ever thought of that maybe God wants you to to have your own rooms, to have a place where He knows that you're going to encourage people, inspire people, take people in. Sometimes that's what God wants for us. And I remember I had took a job and He saw how I was shrinking myself. And what I mean by that wasn't necessarily I was meaning to shrink myself, but there was so much evil around me. So He saw that I was shrinking myself in the sake of this is what I felt like I had to do. Maybe you're in a situation where you're shrinking yourself because you see your circumstances, you see you need money, you see you need this and that. And it necessarily wasn't a bad job. It wasn't a job that Christians can't take. But because the evilness around you, you see you start to dim your light. You see that you start to accept certain things that the Bible calls you not to accept. You're brought with a price. And even when you're the oddball out, even when you're different, people don't know the meaning of you're brought with a price. People don't know the meaning of sitting alone by yourself because it's not about what you said to somebody. They just don't like the spirit that's in you. Because it evokes the spirit that's in them. It is go way deeper than you and I. You only have one or two. You're not in the middle. It's either the devil is your master or Jesus is your master. There's no lukewarm. There's one side or another. We all gonna spend eternity somewhere. That's either heaven or hell. Again, I'm not pointing fingers because I know it all too well. But as you get older, you start to sit down and realize everything that God brought you through. And in the midst of I was going through this job, I didn't realize that I was shrinking myself. It wasn't until that I got out of it and I looked back and I thought about God. You was protecting me all along because I was dimming my light unintentionally and I did not see it. So God came in and He removed me. It was hurtful because I didn't understand why I was being treated differently. I didn't understand why I was being treated so differently. Even though I didn't see it in the midst of the situation, God began to work on me. And I started to finally understand that's why you was treated differently. I had to remove you. My ways are not people ways. My thoughts are not people thoughts. When He say my ways are not your ways, my thoughts are not your thoughts. God don't think like us. He don't move like us. He don't even sound like us. So awfully times when we think sometimes it's a good idea, that's why it's important for you to have God in each and everything that you do. The first thing when you wake up in the morning should be thank you, God. I thank you for my life, health, and strength. If you have hands, thank God for your hands. You know how many people that want hands and don't have them? Or they feet, thank God for my feet. Thank God that I have the ability of the use activities of my limbs. I thank God that I can feed myself. We take so many things for granted. We take our life for granted. We take our health for granted. We take moving around from point A to point B for granted. Some of us don't have to move without any help. We can talk freely. We don't have a problem with talking. We can see. Some of us can see. Some of us can hear. And meanwhile, the very ones who want that ability, you take it for granted. I see things differently at the stage in life that I'm in. Materialistic things don't matter to me. It used to when I was younger. 18, 19. I'm 28 now. You start to see things a bit different. You don't hang around everybody because you know birds of the feather flock together. You are going to monitor. You are going to mimic the very people who you hang around. Sometimes it's best not to hang around with everybody. Yes, you can minister to people, but that doesn't mean to hang around them, especially if you know it's messing with your spirit. God give us wisdom. And for me, He gave me so much discernment that I'm grateful for. Because I understand living this life, it's not my own. I'm giving it to God. I'm here to encourage the ones who feel like they're alone. I'm here to let you know it's okay. God sees you. You're not alone. You're never alone. God is always there with us. He sits in the rain, the storms, the winds, the high lows, the lows, everything. You're never alone. I love you guys. Stay strong, my brothers and my sisters. Until next time.